The advice of leave it up to God is a good one, but just leave it up to God tends to be a bad advice if you do not know what that means. Because yes, everything and anything is sustained by the grace of God. The fact that whatever you're doing is sustained by it. Even your bad actions are sustained by the grace of God. So anything that you're going to do or that I'm going to say, at the end of the day, yes, you are even allowing God act through what you're doing with your free will. But again, this is an area where we're going to have to do an active participation in collaborating with the grace of God to really work through the struggles that you were going through. Because I myself also say to myself, let's leave it up to God. But after a while, I was like, what does that mean? Because like I said, it's important to understand what it means is also what does not mean. So leaving it up to God is not saying just, okay, God will do everything, and then by a miracle, supernatural miracle, in an explainable way, He will bring this, my wife back, or my spouse back, or this particular project, or this business adventure that I'm going through. Again, yes, but God wants your talents to work through this. He has given you this task knowing that you can do it. He just wants you to first to trust Him, and is building you for this particular purpose. Or Noah, or every story that you hear in the Bible, He's preparing them. He's preparing them through this struggle, through these battles, for the end result. Abraham, to get to the point of really trusting Him. He has gone through so many parts until he gets to the point of really trusting God. Like, hey, God will provide. Noah, and all the other stories that we have to hear. So there is a participation that you need to be doing. Okay. So again, what it's not that you're not going to do anything, but it's also not that you are going to be the one that makes that thing happen. Thinking that it's up to your own efforts or up to your own will, because it might not be something that God is calling you to do. So there's this conundrum, like, then what is it that you're supposed to be doing, right? If maybe this is not, because a lot of times in other moments when the call is that you should be going into the pursuit to that challenge, you will feel like maybe God is not calling me to do this. Those thoughts, those ideas will come, like, hey, I'm working so hard, and then maybe it is best that this relationship ends, or those ideas will come to you, because God is trying to say, do you really want this, even when things are not going good? Because any business will go through those moments again, and then a lot of people give up on those dreams, those hopes. I believe me, I have done it a couple times with this channel, because things are not going I want to, then it feels like giving up. But again, it's just a test, not as a way to put you down, but as a way to see, okay, I thought I was at this level, I need to work more, I need to learn more, I need to see what God is teaching me right here. Okay. So again, so it's not just, which is good, it does half the way. It's just going to mass, going to adoration, going to this, but you should be doing it not because you want a specific result of, I'm going to church, I'm going to mass, I'm going to go confessions, I'm going to do this so I can get my spouse. And then that's where it becomes the problem. You're not doing it because of the love of God. Then you're doing it because you want a specific thing, and you're putting this other thing can be a business adventure as your God versus actually going into with an open heart to God and even as a sacrifice and saying, hey, I know that this is what's going on. This is a struggle. I do not understand it. I want to understand you, God. What is you trying to teach me here? But I know that you are in control of this, and leave it there. The problem is that we go to mass, we go to church, we bring this prayer to God, and then we leave expecting, oh, now God owes me because I did this, going to mass or adoration. Now He owes me to have this, and we go out the church or out of our prayer. If we are in a house praying, we get out of that space and start expecting a miracle to happen because now we went to God. Now He has to act on it. And this is where the saints have told us, no, at that moment you leave it up to Him. You give it and present it to Him. Leave it to Him. It is give it to God. Leave it, give it to Him. That's what it means. Because yes, you will still have this pain, the struggle, but you're gonna give it to Him and leave it there. Don't take it outside. Don't take it to your everydays and start thinking about it and going at it, because then you are not seeing what the God is trying to tell you. And at that moment, you took it away from God. You're bringing it back to you. And then now thinking that you are the one that's gonna make the changes. And again, so those are the areas that you're not should be doing. What you should be doing is, now these are the areas where you think retrospectively, introspectively, sorry for my English, where you're saying, okay, what are the areas that I need to grow? What are, for the business or for your spouse or a new relationship, if you want to go into it, what are the areas that now that need to grow, that God is calling me to? If you're single, do I need to start working out? Not because of vanity, but because God is trying to tell you, to teach you discipline, trying to tell you working out even when your things are not going good, working out when even things are not going good, because He's training you for when marriage happens. Work out your marriage even when things are not going good. Or your business. Maybe I need to bring somebody else that helps me see something that I'm not seeing. Or I need help with this, or I believe that I'm good at this area, but I'm not good at in this particular task that I don't have talents. Those are the areas where now maybe God is opening up your mind to think of it this way. And again, the same way within your marriage, I know I have come to my limit of I cannot do anything, I have to talk to God, but maybe God is giving you an opportunity to be like, hey, maybe ask somebody. Ask for a coach that has gone through all of this, that knows the process of what it means to lose or hear these words, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. Like, how does that even make sense? Well, there has been people that gone through what you have gone through, that understand your pain, that confusion. So maybe God is calling you, hey, you are a church. I have led other people to this path. Go search for them. You need help with this area. Not because your relationship is everything, but because God is calling you to maybe something even bigger. So again, the idea of the phrase, leave it up to God, is a good one, but it's halfway there. If you put it, just leave it up to God. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said in the beginning, everything, every action that we do, that we not do, because temptations, not doing something, is a good thing. is because of the grace of God. So at the end of the day, yes, everything, it is up to God, but God wants you to put your part on this, because we are co-creators with Him, and it's His delight to see us working with Him, not because He needs our help, but because the same way we delight or can see it with my son when he's doing something and he's actually getting it for himself and comes joyfully telling me, look dad, I did this and I did that, and maybe very simple, very like, but there's that joy of feeling and seeing that he so feels proud of himself, that he did something out of his own free will, that I didn't do everything for him. That what God is going, He wants to see the joy that you have in you and bring Him the joy to Him. All right, let me know what else would you like to hear that might help you go through this process if you're going through that. And again, maybe you're thinking in starting a new relationship and trying to figure out why things are not happening, or a business adventure, or a task, preparing for something like running or a career. Why are things not happening the way not happening? Because also I understand that part too. I have gone through, everybody has gone through so many things. So again, have a blessed day.